Tonight, we are going to handle a very exciting topic. We're looking at some introduction to the everyday money concept. And I want to first of all give credit to God's will, Omonakwe, my real estate mentor of a couple of years ago, for introducing me to that concept because my life changed the day I heard him talk about everyday money. I had never heard anything like that before. And I think this was in 2015. This was 2015, like 10 good years ago. He introduced me to the everyday money concept. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to give you some introduction to this amazing possibility of earning money everyday cash flow. And during the Financial Fitness Challenge, we will now go into detail on how you can implement it to earn money every day. Imagine how different your life would be if every single day you received credit alerts. And make no mistake about it, some of us are already living that life. So don't say it's impossible. And then you do not need any particular you don't need to be a genius of any particular type or something to actually set up the system. So, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with a poll. We're going to start with a very simple exercise. So I would like every one of you here coming in today to type in the comment section, how many times did you receive a credit alert today? Type in the comment section. Remember, this is a coaching session. It's not a lecture. So this interaction is very, very important. All right. So type in the comment section, how many credit alerts, how many inflows did you get in the past 24 hours? Everybody type it. And it's so easy because you can easily just look into your phone and then count the number of credit alerts you got today. Every single one of us. How many credit alerts did you get today? Okay, I'm not asking for how much, just how many credit alerts. How many times was your bank account credited in the past 24 hours? Everyone? Okay. Yeah, good evening, Obed. Yes, you're welcome. David, Zina, good evening. Fausat, okay, 1 credit alert in the past 24 hours. Okay, Iwara. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so Obed says 0. Helen says 1. Hello, Malik. Malik, my brother, good evening. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing very well in the Gambia today. Hi, Tonio Gorgi. Thanks for joining us. All right, so for those of you just joining, tell me how many times in the past 24 hours you received a credit alert. We'll come to debit later, but let's talk about credit alert. In the past 24 hours, how many times was your bank account credited? And I'm not talking about free gift. I'm not talking about pocket money that your aunt or your uncle sent to you. No, I'm talking about from a commercial activity or from your job. You know, some people are paid in some parts of the world, they are paid every 2 weeks. But in this part of the world, people are mostly paid once in the month. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple of zeros. Okay, Malik 0, Tony 0. Okay, Helen 1, Fausat 1. All right, for those of you joining us, hey, Omolara, welcome. Omolara, I'm looking forward to our time together in the Financial Fitness Challenge. Omolara has registered, has enrolled for the Financial Fitness Challenge. And the topic we're going to treat today, we're going to take time during the Financial Fitness Challenge to make sure that everyone sets up their everyday money system. So I can see a couple of zeros here. Thomas says 0. Okay. Thomas says 0. For those of you joining us, the question is, how many times did you get a credit alert? How many times was your bank account credited in the past 24 hours? Okay, 0. So I'm seeing a number of zeros. Okay, so now let's flip it. I just want you to take a peek into your phone and tell me how many debits, how many debit alerts. Okay, so whether you use POS or you went to the grocery store or you bought suya or you shopped somewhere, just tell me how many debit alerts, or maybe you drove into a fueling station, gas station, and bought that. How many times did you get debit in the past 24 hours? Every one of us. Please do this, do this, do this. It's a coaching session. It's not a lecture. And then if you don't know the exact number, just give us an approximate number of times that your bank account was debited today. You know, there was a number of times you spent money today. And then if you don't have a bank account, you can think about the number of times you also paid cash. That money went out of you. How many times did money go out of you in the past 24 hours? Everybody. That includes your transportation, your fueling, your feeding, your everything. How many debit alerts did you get? Okay. Okay, Helen says 1 debit alert. All right. Okay. Dorothy had 2 debits. Tony says about 5 times. Yep. You can guesstimate. So you might, if you don't know the particular number, you can just guesstimate. All right. Okay. So King Kenneth said twice. Keep it going. Keep it going. Okay. Samuel Femi says 3. Dorothy says 3 debits today. All right. Divine says 7 times. About 7 times. Okay. 7 debits today. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Okay. 3 debits, 3 debits, 7 debits, 5 debits. Three debits, Obed. So now see what's going on. This is 1 day in the past 24 hours. So on average, many of us have at least 3 to 5, well, let's say at least 3 debits a day. When I did this exercise I'm about to ask you to do right now, it opened my eyes. It was a reality slap, you know, to me. Because you see, 3 debits a day in 30 days, average, that is 90 debits. 90 debits. Some of us, because of our lifestyle, I mean, we family man, family woman, you get as many as 7 debits today in 1 day. So in this group, we have between people who get 90 times, 90 debits a day to 210 debits. Sorry, a month. 200 debits in 1 month. And this is not counting the ones you did with cash. 90 to 200 debits in 1 month. And people don't see where their financial struggle is coming from. Because we don't measure these things. We don't sit down to think about these things. Then, many of us have only 1 credit every month. We have 1 credit every month because that is 1 credit alert. That is your salary. Every single month, you get paid once, but you spend money 90 times. Don't you see a problem with that? No, seriously, don't you see a problem with that? And I know where you may be going. You might be saying, okay, but that 1 credit alert is big. It's 5 million. But then you have 210 debits. You see, the day I looked at, when I started, after I got introduced to this concept of everyday money, and realized that People are only as wealthy as the number of times they make money within 24 hours. I don't think somebody has caught it because nobody has written it. I'll come back to it. But when I caught this concept and I printed out my bank statement and looked at it, and looked at my bank statement. You know, many of us don't even look at our bank statement. And then if you're honest here, you can tell me, you know, if you're one of them, people who never really take a look at your bank statements. But then when I looked at it and I saw all the red, green. So like 14 reds, then one green. Then red, you know, debit, like 20 debits, then one green. Then debit, like another 20 debits, one green. I said, okay, this is where the problem is coming from. You see, there's a difference between, there's a significant difference between cash and cash flow. And if you run a business, you will know that. Because you might have that one credit alert, it's big money. Quite all right. But it comes only once in a month. But then the way I like to think about it, you look at a person who, you know, like every day, let's say every day, you're getting 3 or 4 debit alerts. So think about it like you have a cut, like 4 cuts every day. 4 cuts on your body. So you're bleeding every day. The next day, another 4 cuts. Then, while those are still bleeding, he gets another cut. And then at the end of the month, he gets one big bandage. Do you know that that person can die from all those little cuts before that big bandage? And it's exactly the same thing with our finances, because cash or cash flow is like the blood. Cash flow is the blood of our business. Cash flow is the blood of our financial existence. So the cash has to flow, just like your blood needs to flow every day, and you don't need to bleed. It needs to flow every day. In the same way, our finances need to be in constant cash flow. So even if you get one credit alert and it is big, the cash flow crunch is going to introduce a lot of challenges, you know, for you, for your finances. Because sometimes, because you have only one credit alert, which is your salary at the end of the month, many times you pile up commitments against that salary, so that by the time it is coming, it's already gone. How many people know what I'm talking about? If it has happened to you, just say me. How many of you, before your salary comes, you've already spent it? It's because of this problem. It's because you are getting more debit than you're getting credit alert every single day. Every single day. So you cannot tell me, Mr. Ogbo, but it's true, some people can get only 3 credit alerts in the year, and each of those alerts will be like 100 million, 50 million, 15 million. 3 credit alerts in 1 year is big money. But we're talking about cash flow. What happens to you before those credit alerts? Then what happens after the big one? Because you don't know when the next is coming. That is the reason many of us are struggling financially, and we don't. So I have just given you a clinical diagnosis that you need to open your eyes to the number of times you receive debit versus the number of times that you receive credit. So that is the background for introducing you to the everyday money everyday money system, everyday money concept. Okay, so how does that work? It's basically to see and to understand financial freedom as what happens when your income overwhelms your outgo. So in other words, your income, your money is coming in faster than you are spending it. And there's no better way to set that up than to make money every single day. Every single day. So since my mentor introduced me to everyday money, I have taken it seriously. And my experience is that the everyday money solves so many problems. It brings such comfort and ease to your life, because everyday money, if you look at those debits that you get every day, they are usually your living expenses. Maybe once in a while, if you're like me, the debit is an investment. Okay, so like today, I funded my Forex broking account with $100, of course, which was in Naira. I funded it. So that's the debit you see today from my own account. So that is investment. When I fund my stock broking account, which I try to do every day, and then if I can't do it every day in a particular month, at least every week, something is going into my stock broking account. So that's the debit for investment. But over 90% of most people's debits are living expenses. And those living expenses can be very, very, I mean, if you don't have it, it's called living expenses. So if you don't have it, there's a lot of disequilibrium in your family. Because you're coming back from work, you need to buy, if you're the family, the type that eat bread, you need to buy bread, buy eggs and things like that. And if you're coming in and you don't have the bread and eggs, and you come back, you have little children who have to eat. So it can be frustrating if you don't have it. So one of the things that everyday money does for you is actually handles your living expenses effortlessly without even you knowing that you're handling it. So we eat a lot of fruits in my house. And as you know, in the past 1 year, fruits have become extremely expensive, that my salary can no longer buy us fruits. So before, if I went to, say, K2 Fruit Market, and then maximum, I spend, let's say 25,000 or 30,000 Naira. I've come back with mangoes, I've come back with oranges, pineapples, I've come back with pawpaws, I've come back with watermelons with 30,000 Naira. But if I go to the market today, and I want to buy the same, I kid you not, it's going to cost me about 140,000 to buy the same quantity I used to buy just a little over a year ago in fruits. So my salary can't carry that, because my salary hasn't increased to the degree that the inflation has increased. And I'm on a fixed salary. But what I've discovered is that the everyday money stepped in. Because now you can imagine, watermelon that I used to buy 800 Naira, I go out there, they told me, like the one I bought yesterday, 7,000 Naira. I mean, that's like times, price increase times 10, and my salary didn't increase that way. But I still eat my fruits every day. I just ate oranges before I came here. Do you know why? Because I got credit alert today that covered it, everyday money. That covered it. It's small money, but it serves. And sometimes I need to buy diesel for the generator, my diesel generator. And then, okay, I'm considering, okay, I want to go buy this thing, like in another 2 hours. I want to go out and buy this diesel by noon. And I kid you not, by 11, 20K comes in, or 30,000 comes in. Sometimes 3,000 naira comes in. Little money, but it's powerful. So because of it, everyday money helps to preserve my capital. That's another thing it does for you. It covers your living expenses beautifully. It helps you to maintain your standard of living, the standard of living of your family, without the thing. So it's kind of hedges your family from the impact of inflation, food inflation, energy inflation, and all kinds of things, because all the bills have gone up. Electricity bill that we used to pay in 1 month, if we bought energy bill for 40 or 50,000 naira, that was more than enough. Running our ACs and all that, 50,000 naira. But now, if we must use energy like that, that same energy has gone up like 3 or 4 times. So today, we need to buy over 200,000 naira worth of that. Meanwhile, salary has been the same. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? In other words, without everyday money, you're going to find it very difficult. So I don't even know how you're coping. You guys are, your debits are more than your credit. I don't know how you're doing the magic. So everyday money is powerful. So number one, it protects from the impact of inflation. Number two, it helps to maintain the family's standard of living. So your family is still getting the nutrition that it requires, because a lot of people don't buy fish anymore. A lot of people can't buy fish anymore because it's so expensive. So some families don't even buy beef. Some families that would initially cook with 5 kg of beef, they now go to the market and then they are buying not 5 kilograms, but they are buying 0.5 kilograms. And then the children, everybody, they just have this tiny little bit that they are eating. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, honestly, if you understand the everyday money concept. Some people have totally removed fruits from their diet because they can't afford it. But that is what everyday money does for you. So it helps to maintain the standard of living. Number three, which I find very excellent, very interesting, is that it helps you preserve your investment capital. Because if you don't have everyday money, what is happening is that you're cannibalizing your capital. You are now feeding on your capital. So you're eating your seed and with nothing to invest. But you see, if everyday money comes and then it's taking care of all these things, food, energy, utility, fuel for your car and things like that, and repairs for your car, then it still preserves that your salary. It still preserves your main income for you to invest in the stock market and grow your wealth. Is this helping someone? I want to see you guys type something in the comments. Am I just excited for myself, or is somebody really picking up something? Yeah, everyday money. You need to put it in your consciousness. And the amazing thing is that it's easier to set up everyday money now in 2025 than it was just 5 years or 10 years or 20 years ago. It was still possible because my mentor introduced me to everyday money 10 years ago. It was even hard at that time. But today, with the multiplicity of technology, of internet, of so many ways to make money online, yesterday we talked about making money online, and many of these. So if you go back and look at the 10 opportunities, you can go back and watch the video. And then if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube video, I want you to do that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the comment section right now. So I'll put in the comment section. If you just click there, it will help you. It will subscribe you to my YouTube channel directly. Just take a minute and do that. See, because there are, I hear somebody say, you're watching me for the first time today. We have over 500 of these kind of videos over there, but it's like people are not aware of it. We have 500 of this. Like we're talking about everyday money opportunities, and then opportunities for doing business online from your home. We talked about it yesterday, and we discussed 10, and it was very exciting. It's right there. So subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't done that, click the link I just put in the comment section, and then it will take you there. So when you subscribe, you can look at the playlist, and then you look at previous videos. I dare you, if you spend time on that YouTube channel, you can go from someone struggling with income to somebody really very, very comfortable with income, because there's just so much I shared there. Many things that organizations and private mentees pay me thousands and millions to teach them. I put it out there for you free. So all you need to do is watch them, and please do share when you do watch, and do like it, and do comment there. Let me know that you're actually watching them. Okay? So, so that is about everyday money concept. It's easier to set it up today, in our world today, than it was, even 5 years ago. So that if you're not earning money every day, I don't know what you're doing. To be honest, I don't know what excuses you're giving yourself. In fact, type your excuse in the comment section. Let me address those excuses. Why are you not earning money every day? Type it. Because I do. I cannot, there's no way I go to bed, without having earned money. And I earn money in 2 currencies. During the Financial Fitness Challenge, if you have not enrolled, you'd better enroll. Because all these we're talking about, we do them practically when we get there. So some of you here have already enrolled. We do these things practically there and talk about them. So, I'm talking about how you earn income, cash flow every day in your local currency, as well as in a foreign currency, like euros or like USD. So especially for many of us who are from African countries, unfortunately, the way that the world's economic system has been structured, was structured against Africa, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. So they make your currency so weak so that they'll be still buying your raw materials and your solid minerals for pittance. And so we see we're the ones who have the wealth, we're the ones who have the natural resources, but our currency is the weakest. It's horrible. I grew up seeing the naira, 1 naira, trading for about $1.10. The naira was stronger than the dollar. I'm talking about just 1979, when I went to secondary school, 1978, 79. In the 70s, you would travel from Lagos to London with less than 200 naira, return ticket. But today, to travel from Lagos to London, return ticket, you must probably be holding like 4 million, 5 million naira. So Nigerians will say, no be juju be that. How did they do that? How did they do that kind of financial engineering? Such that our naira was 1 naira to $1. All of a sudden, within just 40 years, it has become 1 naira to $1 to 1,700. But like I said, you can't complain and create at the same time. So this is not about complaining. You have to find out, what do you do in this situation? Earn in your local currency and earn in the US dollars. And it can be set up during the Financial Fitness Challenge. Remember to ask me, we will do it practically. And I said, and I will share with you openly, my own setup, how it happens. It's not a lot of money, but there's no day that if I don't earn anything, at least $1, $1 but I must. Because at some point, it's not just about the amount, but it's the principle. But it's a principle that something needs to come in every day. And I want my credit alert, daily credit alerts, to overcome and overwhelm my daily debit. That's my goal. And the many days I've achieved that, where what comes in is more than what goes out every day. So it's everyday money. It's not big money. I'm telling you, the power of, for those of you who use Nigerian Naira, the power of 5,000 Naira coming in every day, even 3,000 Naira coming in every day, that thing is so powerful. I don't understand it. Just the fact that it is consistent seems to make it much more powerful than getting 3 million Naira a day. So I don't know what it is in your own currencies, but the tiniest amount of money you make every day consistently is so powerful. And then if you compound it, it's a lot compared to that one big credit alert that you get. All right, so that's everyday money concept. So today we decided to introduce it to you so that you can expand your possibilities and start thinking in terms of how do you earn money every day. You spend money every day, from waking up to entering the bus or entering your car, you're spending money. You are literally running on, that's why it's called currency. You are spending it. The moment you wake up, you're already spending money. Because you get into the bathroom, the water you're going to use to brush your teeth was bought, or you're paying for the bill. The soap you're going to use to take a bath, it's money. It's money. You're literally spending money as you're lathering your body with the soap. Then the toothpaste you use to brush, the toothbrush, everything. Then you put on clothes. It's money. You jump into your car, it's money. You're spending money. So doesn't it make sense that you should also be earning money every day? Because it is not only that day in the month that you were paid that you spent money. And then if you don't earn it every day, so by that time that single credit alert is coming in the month, it's already finished. And then you now begin to look forward to another credit alert once a month. So how can you be doing 90 debits a month? And for some of us, 200 debits a month. What is 90 times 12 months? Or let's even approximate it, 100 times 12 months. If you look at your statements, your financial statement for the year, you will be shocked. And just look at all the reds. And then what you can do is pass it through artificial intelligence like Gemini or Gemini, Google, or put it into, put your statement into ChatGPT. And then ask it, how many debits did I earn this year? How many debit alerts did I receive? How many credits? It will show you, it will blow your mind. In the whole year, you got 12 credit alerts. But in the whole year, you had 12,000. Is it 100 times 12? What is it? 1,200 debits. And only 12 credits. No be juju be that. And then you're wondering where your financial struggles are coming from. I'm showing you your financial struggles at the atomic level. Is this helping somebody? All right. So if you want to enroll in the Financial Fitness Challenge, which is coming up 18th to 21st February, the first one for this year, we normally run it 3 times in the year. The first one is coming up in February 18 to 21. And the enrollment is right now. We are doing the early bird right now. The early bird is, the fee is 120,000 Nigerian Naira or $120. The early bird currently is 100,000 Nigerian Naira or $100. If you want to enroll tonight and take advantage of the early bird so that you can join and then come into this community and structure your finances. Because what we are going to do, for those of you who haven't started investing in the stock market, you will do so. You must. It's a must. It's a must. How can you not play in the financial markets? Whether it is stocks or bonds or treasury bills. And in fact, in the Financial Fitness Challenge, I will do stock recommendation. It's not something I normally do. It's not something I feel comfortable. But I'm going to show you how you do your own research. Even when I tell you, okay, do Presco. Like I said, late last year, I told many of you to do Presco. I won't tell you the amount of money I've made in Presco, buying it at the time I told you in November. The same thing with UACN, I told you. So I'm going to show you and give you contacts and then show you newsletters where you can be getting information. Remember I said that to succeed in anything, including investing in the stock market, you need know what, you need know how, and then you need know why. In fact, you need know what, you need know why, and then you need know how. Otherwise, you lose your money. You lose your money. It's not a place you just, okay, what should I buy? Then somebody says, okay, buy First Bank. Then you buy First Bank and then go to sleep. No. You've got to educate yourself. You've got to read. You've got to learn. You've got to listen to certain specific kinds of news. So that's not what we are going to do in a public forum like that. But in the Financial Fitness Challenge, you will do that. I want to make sure that everyone leaves that place. If you haven't started investing in the financial market, buying bonds, buying mutual funds, or buying stocks, or even trading forex, you will do it. You will come out of it and do it. Okay? And then, just type in the comment section, send me payment information, and then I will send you that, and then we'll put it into the group. We'll put into the group, because that group will soon start being very, very active. Okay. So now, as usual, I want you to type what your aha moment was today. What was the eye-opening moment for you today? Okay, so that's our ritual. So everyone type what is one thing that you're walking out of here today to probably implement tomorrow morning. Okay. All right. Okay, so type your aha moments and I'm going to read them out. Okay, let me see a couple of okay. Priska says, I don't know how to get the link. I don't know what link you're talking about, Priska. If it's a Facebook link, please put it. Say so, and then, sorry, the YouTube channel link, please say so, and then I'll be able to do that. All right. Rich, regardless, says, I don't know how or where to start, not having a dime. All right. That's the reason you don't have everyday money. Okay. So what we're going to do, on Monday, please remind me in case, I forget and then bring another topic. We can talk about a little bit more about the everyday money, business models. We can talk about that on Monday, okay? And then I will teach you the 4 components of setting it up. But we are going to implement it in detail during the Financial Fitness Challenge, okay? So, what else do I have here? All right, so let's look at your, okay, Elito, all right, I'm going to send you the payment information. So you look out for it in your messenger. Okay, Tony Gorge, I will also send you that. Yeah, Osai says, this all sounds like a foreign language to me. Exactly, that's why you come for coaching sessions like this, and it is free. It is free. Because money starts from awareness. If you don't know that it exists, like many of you are hearing about everyday money for the first time today, but there are people living it quietly, not talking, living it quietly. Okay. Olani says, I need to earn money every day. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Matilda says, send me payment details. Okay. All right. Enoch also wants the payment details. Far beyond this, FSDH, a good stockbroker, sir. I use them. I've used them for 21 years. But I think I must say that in recent times, their customer service hasn't been what it used to be. So because I think many of you have tried to contact them to set up with them, and then they have been silent. They didn't answer you. I've expressed my disappointment to them because even toward me, I was telling them today that I think that their customer service is not what it used to be, and that they have to sit up. But the good thing is that it doesn't affect me, that I'm already there, and I have access to the direct market. I have access to the market. They are just stockbrokers, and I can change them, anytime. But there are others. There are other stockbroking from. For those of you who have bought the book on stock market, there are a list of top 10 or so stockbrokers with their addresses that you can also contact. All right, Some Tochiku says, setting up an everyday income. Absolutely. Fantastic. Elito says, you're really teaching us. I want to learn investing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Osai says, I like the math you did with regards to frequency of income versus expenditures. Absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. Ogama Obed says, create everyday money income. That's your aha moment. Victoria says, earn a little every day. It's not the amount, but the principle behind it. Super. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's not the amount of money. It's the fact that you are telling you are making a declaration to your spirit that, see, how can I be spending money, debits, 7 debits a day, and no credit? That should make you afraid. That should wake you up. You're spending money every day, 7 times, 10 times a day. And then you are earning money only once in the month. Aren't you scared? Aren't you worried about that? Because that's where problem is coming from. So you really want your credit, your goal, your vision should be that your credits should overwhelm your debits in both quantity and frequency. So that's a good one, Victoria. Malik says, my aha moment is, it is easier to set up everyday money earning, present day, exactly, than years ago. A little. If you join, you don't need to buy the books. You will get the books as a bonus. Actually, those books will be uploaded tomorrow. Okay. Can you educate us about FSDH? Yeah, I think I've already talked about them. Farsad said, my aha moment, your expenditure should not be more than your revenue. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Olani, you'll need the book link right now. Let me see. Let me just respond to your. Let me just respond to that and put it right after behind you so that I won't forget. Okay, and the book has recommendations of stockbrokers. Okay, and then for everyone in the Financial Fitness Challenge, it's going to be a requirement that you open a stockbroking account. And I'm going to walk you through that. You're going to have to open a stockbroking account. Okay. Sadie says, please help me send the YouTube link. All right, network is terrible here. Okay. We will do that. Okay. Bamboo does not support DMA for now. What I'm going to do is I actually will take some time and investigate Bamboo. I haven't touched Bamboo. I have the app, but I haven't really been active on it because trading the local market. The opportunities in the local market, I haven't even been able to scratch the opportunities in the local market, so how much more trading US stocks. But it's very good if you want to trade US stocks. You can do that. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is good. This is where we are going to draw the curtain tonight. And I have an announcement to make. We are still on the journey for our 1,000 days of free coaching and mentoring every single day. But from this weekend, we are going to be skipping Saturday and Sunday evenings because there is a new thing I'm working on, and I need those lots of time to be able to do that. And it's also going to benefit you much later. So till further notice, we'll be doing Monday to Friday, same time. But we'll keep weekends off for now, for that thing that I'm doing, which is also going to be eventually for your benefit. And those of you who have requested for payment details for the Financial Fitness Challenge, I'm going to send it to you. I would like you to take action now, because we are going to start publishing the bonuses and then start doing some preliminary exercises and reading before the 18th to 21st of February. So don't wait until that time. Just do that now and then join the group. We are using Telegram. The reason is that WhatsApp, if we post something before anyone joins, you have to post it all over again because you don't see it. But on Telegram, everything that is posted will be there. And then everything that we're going to be posting and doing, your homework, the worksheets I'm going to be giving you to help you implement the things that we're learning, all those things will be there. They'll be permanently there. And then, of course, your community that will be supporting yourselves will always be there. So WhatsApp is a bit difficult, to make that happen. Okay. But that's why we're using Telegram. So when you pay tonight, you'll get the instructions of where to send your evidence of payment. And we will send you a link to join the WhatsApp group where I already am with a couple of others, waiting for you. And so whatever happens, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Things are never really as bad as they seem. And I can guarantee you the sky is not falling. And then it doesn't matter what financial mistakes you've made in the past. It doesn't matter where you are right now. What matters is not where you are right now. What matters is what are you going to do to take yourself from where you are to exactly where you could be. And whatever happens, keep showing up because you have no idea what's coming your way next. And I'll see you Monday evening. Good night and have a great weekend.